Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to GAVRA Racing Ferrari 333 SP series. And I really hope y'all are excited tonight. This is going to be a fantastic night. And just go ahead and let y'all know, tonight I am solo in the commentary box. My co-commentator Bowie is actually out on track. And let's see if I can remember how to work the cameras here. There he is. There's my co-commentator. So we do still have the co-commentator. He's just a little bit, in a slightly different place than what we're used to. Alright, and as y'all can see, tonight we are at the fantastic C.O.T.A. here in the United States. It is 5.5 kilometers or 1.42 miles long. An insane 20 turns. Some of them are just absolutely nerve-wracking when it comes down to it, if you want my honest opinion. Like turn 1 is very, very difficult to get right. Hopefully everyone will come through there clean tonight. And they have 10-minute practice, 10-minute qualifying, followed by approximately 80 minutes, but it will be 50, yes that is right, 50 laps at C.O.T.A. And just a real quick reminder of last week's winners. At Watkins Glen, we had ESR Chef in first, Flip Flip in second, Red 15, who has replaced Sig, in third, and Mike HLB made the driver of the day. Alright, and how you doing today, Pete? I hope you're looking forward to this race. I think with the size of this track and it being so technical, I think we're going to see some fantastic driving out of the drivers tonight. And y'all give me 1 second here and I will go over everyone's points. And let's see if I can walk and chew gum at the same time this time. Maybe I'll get it right, maybe I won't. We can see in the race feed down there at the bottom that Red 15 is having a really hard time getting a valid lap in. I'm going to leave the map up, let these guys get a little bit, most of the practice done in private here. Because really, it's all about the qualifying in the race. Alright, so we have Flip Flip with 75 points in the lead. Interceptor with 63 points. Aloe Champs with 54. Hodgker with 43. ESR Chef with 40 points. Agulator with 31. Faster with 28. Dr. Fiend with 27. Mike HLB also in the GT3 leagues with me, and Bowie pulling in 24 points. He's actually quite talented on track. I hate to admit it because I have to race him tomorrow. And Red 15 with 21 points. I'll have to get his flag right. If that is not right whatsoever, I do not believe. We've got K Morse in 18th. K Morse, very popular driver here at GAVRA Racing. Snaker as well, also another very popular driver at GAVRA Racing, with 15 points. Uri with 12. ID4 with 8. So hopefully we'll see a good comeback out of ID4. ID4's pace is actually fantastic. Manic UK with 6 points. I think he's going to be looking to make a really big recovery here as well. This is the last race, or round 4, in the first leg of the Ferrari 333 SP series. try to say that too fast and you'll sound like a fool, just like I just did. And we have Solo Solita, who, with 5 points, who, in my opinion, last race at Long Beach, which was a night race, he had a hard time, but he hung in there the whole race. Yeah, so he also is going to be making, or trying to make, a big comeback in points. And that is... yep, everyone's points, and I will go ahead and nope. That's what happens when you get your buttons a little bit wrong, y'all. See, apparently I can't completely walk and chew gum, only partially. We'll just go ahead and hide that so I can't make that mistake again. And they are getting down close to the end of their practice session, and during the break between practice and qualifying, so we don't have to go back to the lobby with them, I have Sig's fantastic standings. Sig does a great job at keeping up with all the standings and keeping them posted to the Discord channel, which if y'all haven't joined, you really should. And also check out the website, gavraracing.altravista.org. Oh, as we've got Bowie going for a spin. That's what happens when I leave the camera on him too long. Because if y'all didn't notice, I never put the camera on anyone else. So let's put this on someone else. Who else? Bowie is actually putting in the fastest practice time, but my money, I believe, for the night is going to be on Flip Flip, ESR Chef. That's not Chef, that's a crowd full of people. Red 15, he's really coming up fast. Napu, Flip Flip, yeah. Flip Flip will he always does a great job at keeping it clean. I think he's going to end up doing very well. But back to what I was saying before I realized I kept the camera on one person the whole time. During the break, I have Sig standings, the individuals, which I'll just let y'all look at it so you can see what we've got coming up and the rest of the legs for this season and the team points, because this is the last race of the first leg and we will get a 1 week break. So I tell you what, because I'm slow and they are getting close to the end here, I am going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get these team points on up here. Let these drivers finish their last little bit of practice up. As you can see, we have Tuned Beetle, which is Flip Flip, and Aloe Champs in the lead with 129 points in team standings. Speed of Light, which is Interceptor and Dr. Fiend with 90. They could make a good comeback there. The Disconnection Kings, Red 15, and of course that would be ESR Chef, 61 points. They are definitely going to move up. They are going to end up making a fantastic team. Caraculio, I've seen this team name several times so far in my GAVRA Racing commentating career. Agulator and Faster always make one hell of a combination. They are very good on track and are not to be taken lightly. LGR Motorsports, Hodgker and ID4. And we already talked about those. We know Hodgker, very, very fast, very talented. And that is a Chihuahua in the background going off. And Super Racing Elite, which is Snaker and K-Morse with 33 points. Both of those drivers also very, very fast. M&M Racing, Mike HLB, and Manic UK. How they are so far down there, I don't know. They're both, all these drivers, extremely talented. This is the E1. Fumagazi Racing, bringing up the bottom of the team standings, which is Solo Solita and Aguri 69 with 17 points. And I believe we're going to see both of those drivers make a huge comeback. And yep, we will switch this over real quick. As y'all can see, this will be the last race of the first leg. Drivers will get a 1-week break, and then we will move on to Road America, a very wide, very fast track. These drivers have had very narrow tracks for the most part for this first leg. Second leg will be Road America, Zhuhai, Rapuna Park's going to be very tough on these cars, and Imola. So we have some very fast tracks and some very technical tracks coming up in the second leg. So y'all make sure you check that out. And the drivers are hitting the track, so we will go ahead and get right back with the action here. Excuse me, y'all. And so far, no one has really set any qualifying times just yet, so y'all will, I hate to put y'all on a quick break, but I am gonna go and try to make sure that my Chihuahua is not in there having a meltdown and keep aggravating us during the stream. She's actually a really sweet little dog. Let's see, who can we... Y'all have a preference on who you want to see for just about 1 minute? I'll tell you what, Aloe Champs was our winner last week, so we will leave the camera on Aloe Champs for 1 second. I apologize, y'all. This will only take just a second. I will be right back. Alright, I apologize for that, y'all. And as we can see, still no one's still yet quite to set a qualifying time. So I tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and here we go. Alright. So tonight, your 4 drivers to choose for driver of the day and the 4 drivers to keep an eye on throughout the race are Manic UK, Solo Solita, Flip Flip, and Snaker. Personally, I really want to root for fellow commentator Bowie, but I'm rooting for Solo Solita on this race. I want to see him do really good from his performance last week. Just him sticking in the race. I mean, that was fantastic. I myself have been known to rage quit in those moments, and he did not. So yeah, that's the one I want to see do really good tonight, and who I'm going to be keeping my eye out on. Or you know, I'm trying to talk and chew gum. Y'all know this happens. All right, so far, let's see. All right, yep, I can remember how to work this camera. Yes, so far we have. Oh, I was fixing to say we had Mike HLB running the fastest lap with a 2:08, but now everyone else is starting to get their times in. This is a big track, only 10 minutes worth of qualifying. They really don't have much time to set a lap. It looks like they're gonna have maybe about 3 laps tops to make a good qualifying. So it's gonna be very, very tough. And as y'all can see, I know I did not get the weather this time. I should have. For some reason, I thought it would actually be up there if I was on my own, but apparently it is not. And, oh, Lonnie. Let's get up there with Lonnie. Lonnie HLB putting himself at the top. So, oh, everyone keeps knocking each other on down the ladder here. We're seeing the times really drop. So far we have some 153s, 154s, a 155, a 157, and a basically right at 2 minutes, which we know are gonna greatly improve. The drivers are still trying to get their tires warm. It is still a little cool here in the US. Not quite summertime yet. I know C.O.T.A in the summertime is actually blistering on your tires. You will actually melt your hards running those, so softs should definitely be an option for the drivers tonight. Alright, so we're sitting with Dr. Fiend currently with a they keep doing it to me, y'all. Bowie came back. Bowie with a 153.31. Dr. Fiend 153.68. We've got Lonnie HLB 153.81. Agulator, very popular in GAVRA Racing, 154.12. Alochamps, always a favorite, 154.14. Wow, I don't believe I actually managed to say that. Faster, he earns his name with a 154.29. Manic UK, he is definitely being a manic on the track with a 154.49. And that's right, I'm trying to come up with something horribly cheesy to say about all of these drivers. ESR Chef, the man in the kitchen with a 154.64. Solo Solita, tonight he is not on his own, he has his teammate. See, keeping it going. 154.75. Guri, he is keeping solo company. I almost ran out of something to say there with a 156.22. Snaker should be very at home on this track. It is very, very curvy. Oh, I could be a little wrong though there. He is setting a 156.36 though. Oh, and I believe, why did I go back up to the top? Did not mean to go to the top. Mike HLB 158.7, and this time I have nothing to say because I messed myself up losing track of drivers, and that's what I got to say about this driver. He makes me lose track of what I'm doing on track. Hodgker with a 156.47. Hodgker's, all I can say about him is he is always really fast. He's fast, he holds a good line, he applies the pressure fantastically, and yeah, see, y'all see right here at the end, you know, pretty much ran out of something to say. Except, whoa, Flip Flip is the only one, and I had something for him. Flip Flip, who will have me doing cartwheels all night long, has a 155.42, and that is the, okay, no, that's not the end of all my cheesy remarks for this race. The field is very, very tight, y'all. We're down to 1 minute, 20 seconds left in qualifying. We have 7th through 1st in the 153s, 8th through 11th in the 154, low 55s, and the rest of the pack is really right there, not far behind them with 156s. This is going to be a very, very interesting race. Dr. Fiend has put himself up on top with a 152.97. Yeah, you know, y'all are allowed to talk to me, you know. I know you're watching. I can feel it. Oh, Dr. Fiend seems to be having a little bit of trouble there. Yep, he's going to go on back to the pit. Qualifying is just about over. They've got about 15 seconds. And then it should let any drivers out on lap run their lap. And yes, this is why I get so sick of my PlayStation. My notifications are turned off. The volume on my phone is all the way down, but yet y'all hear it over here. Steady. Going off. Why it does that, I do not know. So alright, let's take a look and we'll see what our rundown is going to be here in just a minute. Nope, they still have a minute and 20 seconds. So real quick, y'all, all the links are in the descriptions below for the GAVRA Racing Discord channel, GAVRA Racing website, which is gavraracing.altavista.org. There is tons of information on there, as well as how to sign up, a link to the Discord channel, a link to the Patreon site if you wish to become a Patreon supporter. There are several different tiers set up for that. Some of them quite interesting. Oh, as we have a little bit, looks like that was a little bit of contact there between teammates, but thankfully qualifying is basically over, so I don't think they were really close enough to the end to have actually finished their lap, so hopefully, fingers crossed, no harm, no foul. Faster still out on track. He may have just enough time to get back across. Yeah, Pete, I believe Agulator is going to do very, very well tonight. This is going to be a great track for these cars. I agree. And real quick, to start y'all off, we are going to have Bowie. Wow. Bowie came out of nowhere put himself in starting in first as the stand-in. They may not want to let him do that again, as he's rooting in the chat. Dr. Fiend in second, Alachamps third, Red 15 fourth, Lonnie in fifth, Agulator sixth, Faster seventh, Chef is eighth, Flip Flip ninth, Manic is 10th, Hodgker 11th, Mike HLB is 12th. Yes, I got confused there, y'all. Guri is 13th, and Snaker 14th, and yep, I believe we may have lost a driver to start with, and unfortunately we do not have Interceptor tonight, who is also a very, very popular driver here at GAVRA Racing. Always puts on a fantastic show. Drivers have their usual 2 minutes to get everything reset, make sure their setups and pit strategies are set. Anyone watching, if you play Project Cars, I cannot recommend enough reloading your setup and pit strategy at this point. We do get a glitch. Bowie is just super excited in the chat right now. Me, of course, I'm on the edge of my seat just to see if I can manage to keep up with these drivers through turn one. Hopefully we'll have a very good race. And y'all, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. My goal for this season is to get us up to 1,000 subs. I think we are slowly climbing there. Last time I looked, we were getting pretty close to the 750. So we are slowly picking up more members and more racers. Excuse me, y'all. And more viewers. Which I think is, a lot of that is testament to the drivers. Because they have been doing a great job at demonstrating their skill. Oh, Napu is ready to go, go, go. I don't blame you. Hopefully we will get to see these lights any second now. That's right, I'm sitting here in silence, just like the drivers. I am on the edge of my seat, just like I'm sure they are, waiting for it to go. We're sinking in. Is it gonna give us the backside of the lights? No, it's not gonna show us the lights. They are off. Bowie's still in the lead, followed by Dr. Fiend. Oh, we've got a little bit of rubbing in the back. Red is in third, Alachamps fourth, Lonnie fifth, Faster sixth, Hodgker seventh. Faster's made, nope, we've had a little bit of mid-pack change up there. Manic is eighth, Flip Flip ninth, Fury 10th, ESR Chef 11th, Agulator 12th, Mike is 13th, and Snaker is 14th. So we've had a few drivers have a little bit of a, I'm not going to say a bad start. Everybody was really getting on the power, trying to manage the wheel spin. Bowie, though, has managed to very quickly get out there and get himself a lead. So we're going to have to take the camera off of him because he's not where the action is. The action's on back here with Alachamps, Dr. Fiend, Lonnie, and Faster. And also towards the back with Manic, Guri, Chef, Flip Flip, Agulator, Mike, and Snaker. It looks like Dr. Fiend is getting himself a little bit of a run coming down the straight. But can he maintain it coming into this turn? This is a very tricky turn. He's got Lonnie Faster right there behind him, really putting the pressure on. Of course, Alachamps is actually taking the brunt of all the pressure right now. He has to fend off Dr. Fiend, Lonnie Faster. Hodger still the only one with a little bit of comfort room right this moment, but he really does not have much comfort room at all. As I believe we are about halfway through turn, or not turn one. Yeah, that would be a really long turn. Oh, as we do have one went a little wide back there. I was just fixing to say we're almost halfway through lap one. So far, this has been a fantastic lead. Alachamps has managed to get himself a lead over Faster, but he's closing in on Alachamps. No, I'm sorry, y'all. Dr. Fiend is closing in on Alachamps here. And on towards the back, like I said, we still have Manic right on top of Hodgker and Lonnie there. And I've got to go check with these guys in the back. It looks like they're the ones that are really, really fighting and being really aggressive, trying to make up some spots at the moment. Mike HLB doing a fantastic job coming through the S's. He is trying his best to catch Agulator. Agulator's trying to keep him on the defense. Staying to the inside, making sure he doesn't run wide, catching all the apexes. And I know it looks like these cars actually have some space between them, but I promise you they do not. And I'm actually gonna real quick go ahead and, which button is it? There it is. There is a speedo, and there is us a map. So yes, as we can see, all the drivers still very much on top of each other. And let's go back up here and check with, real quick, Dr. Fiend, who's still trying to close up on Alachamps, but he has Faster in and out of the 1 second range, along with Lonnie back there as well. These drivers in the front really not letting each other go. And looking at the timings, Bowie now up to a 2.5 second lead. Red 15 has a 2.5 second lead over Alachamps. And Dr. Fiend is within the 1 second range of Alachamps, as we can see. Dr. Fiend is now starting to receive a little bit of pressure from Faster again. Now real quick, y'all, I have to go back and check with these drivers in the back. Oh no, I just noticed. I thought we had lost a driver, excuse me, y'all, along the way here, somewhere in between practice and the race, and we have lost the one driver that I was really, really rooting for, which was Solo Solita, that is terrible. We do still have his teammate though, Guri69, and he is putting major pressure on Hodgker at the moment, and also doing a fantastic job of keeping ESR Chef fended off for the moment. Whether or not he can keep that up, we will have to see. But I guess if I can't root for Solo, I'm going to have to root for Guri. Only makes sense, it's his teammate. Bowie, I'd root for you, but you're a replacement and you're up front. And I have to race you tomorrow. ESR Chef still keeping the pressure on Guri, really not letting him go. I've got to go back here and check in on Mike HLB. He is closing in on Agulator. He has not let Agulator go yet. They've been right on top of each other from the start of the race. Agulator's having a hard time getting a little bit of a lead on him. As we can see right there, Mike HLB is doing everything he can to close that gap just a little bit at a time. And I believe he is going to end up closing that gap as this race goes on. Snaker, y'all don't worry, I believe we will see Snaker catch up, I believe, which he really is not all that far behind. I believe he had a little bit of a bad start. Actually, I think he may have been the one driver that went wide in one of the turns in the background. It was actually very hard for me to see exactly who it was. Got to go back up here and check on Faster, still trying to close in on Dr. Fiend. Alochamps has managed to get himself out of the 1 second range of Dr. Fiend. We'll have to see how long he can keep that up, though Alochamps is extremely fast. I believe we are going to end, we have a very good likelihood of seeing Alochamps up there trying to take that second or first position from Red and Bowie. Faster is right there on top of him. Not quite close enough to really be able to commit to the move. The pressure is really on Dr. Fiend right now. I want to go check in on Guri and ESR Chef. They are literally right on top of each other. It looks to be only about 5/10 off. Oh, as we now have a 3 or 4-way battle going on in the back. I'm going to risk it, y'all. I'm going to risk it really fast. I've got to check in on these guys. Because Flip is trying to keep Agulator fended off. Agulator's trying to keep Mike HLB fended off. And Mike is trying to keep Manic fended off. Four laps into the 50. 4 laps into the 50. So far, everyone managing to keep their pace very well. Not seeing what they were running in qualifying. We're seeing, looks like pretty much everyone is in the 155s, but not the 152s and 3s we saw during qualifying, or even the 154s. Oh, as we did, we had someone spin out there in that turn. Oh, poor! I believe that was Guri that had his car upside down. Hopefully he can use the reset button and get his car back upright. And Guri, I'd take the penalty for that one if they tried to penalize you for it. You were upside down. Oh no, it looks like we've lost Guri. We do have very strict rules in GAVRA Racing on not using the reset button. And unfortunately, sometimes we do find ourselves in those kind of predicaments where our car is upside down. And it's always the gamble for the driver to use the reset button just to get their car back on its wheels or not. The administrators are actually very forgiving on things of that nature though, so. But very unfortunate. We are 2 drivers down already. That was 2 teammates, Guri69 and Solo Solita, which is just terrible. That was the team I wanted to see do very well tonight. Yeah, I believe it looked like one of the cars just spun it in turn 1, and there just really wasn't anywhere for everyone else to go. And as y'all could see, during that battle, we had 4 cars right on top of each other. This is where I've got to go right this second, though, because Red 15 has caught up to Bowie. Now only 6/10 off. Bowie is going to really be feeling the pressure here. Oh, yep, we do have the yellow flag in turn 1. So yeah, that was a very bad collision. That probably totaled out Guri's car, unfortunately. Let's see, Red is still not quite close enough to be able to make a good committed move around Bowie just yet, but he's got the pressure on him. He's in his slipstream. We're going to go back here and check in on Faster, who is still right there. These two, right here, Dr. Fiend and Faster. And I'd swear it looks like Faster's... Yep, Faster definitely has the run. He's going to go for the inside. I believe this will be through the inside in this turn. Oh, that was some magnificent driving right there. Faster Cat had a good exit on the last turn. Managed to get in the slipstream. Get a good run on him and make that pass. How you doing, Duke? Man, did you see Oh, shit. Sorry, y'all. Oh, Dr. Fiend has spun it, trying to push a little too hard, trying to keep up with Faster. Yeah, Duke, I was just fixing to say, man, did you see that awesome pass from Faster right there? He had a good run on him. That was a great move, but poor Dr. Fiend. I hated to see that happen. Dr. Fiend's been doing really good, but he is now under pressure from ESR Chef. So this lap has not improved for him at all. I agree, Duke. This is, you get this one straight to relax. Well, I guess you have the back straight. You have the front and the back straight. Really, the back straight to try to relax a little bit. But other than that, yeah, it's highly technical. Chef going to go for the inside. Oh, this is still not over yet, though, y'all. They still have to come through the S's. So far, Chef holding on to it. He's making that Ferrari very, very wide. Dr. Fiend just not quite able to get by him there. Chef did a great job of keeping that Ferrari really wide, where Dr. Fiend really just did not have the space he needed to get a good run to go around him. And this is definitely our battle on the track at the moment. Oh, as I say that, we have, I believe that is Mike HLB closing in on... Nope. Something has happened at the back, I believe. We may have had a spin. Snaker's now made his way up to 11th. Mike is in... Sorry, y'all. Snaker is in 10th. Mike is in 11th. Manic is in 12th. And Lonnie is falling down to 13th. Yeah, that was a really nice move from Chef right there. And definitely a good testament as to how much these drivers trust each other. That turn 1 on C.O.T.A is just, it's notorious for people accidentally taking other drivers out. It's just that simple. It's that type of turn. It's very off camber. You're coming from that really high speed, and you really want to get on the gas really as soon as you can, but yeah, a lot of drivers really won't go through there and go for the move in turn 1 like Chef did. So that actually was some fantastic driving. Oh, and something, while I've been running my mouth trying to walk and chew bubblegum, Bowie has fallen down to 4th. Red 15 has now found himself in 1st. Alochamps is 2nd. Faster's in 3rd. Bowie's 4th. ESR Chef in 5th. Dr. Fiend still right on the back of... I gotta go back down there. Dr. Fiend right on top of Chef still. Right back through the S's again. Alright, I'm just gonna call it like I see it right here. Dr. Fiend is picking up good ground on Chef around the whole track, but once they get back to those S's, turn 1 and the S's, Chef is regaining his lead from Dr. Fiend. Is basically, that's about what I'm saying. Oh, I enjoy doing it by myself a lot, Duke. Oh, you're on the day shift now? I guess that's probably a pretty big change from the night shift you were doing the last... Well, I know you were doing the last shift, or night shift, 2 seasons ago. And, oh, let's see. We've got Bowie closing in on Faster. Flip still on top of Dr. Fiend. Dr. Fiend still trying to make some ground on Chef. But if Dr. Fiend doesn't start taking some defensive lines, he's gonna lose his position to Flip. I think that's just all there is to it. I will risk eating my sock over that one. But if Dr. Fiend doesn't push, if he doesn't take the faster line, he's not going to catch up to Chef. As we can already see, yeah, Chef is steady, just starting to pull away a little bit more and more. I believe that Flip and Dr. Fiend are fixing to be our biggest battle, but just before they get tied up together, we're going to go up here check in on fellow commentator Bowie. Bowie is trying to close up on Faster. Faster earns his name. I believe I had the pleasure of commentating on him on 2 previous seasons, and he was extremely fast. I know in the touring class season, he was just absolutely insane on track. It looks like we have Mike HLB is going to be our first driver to go in through the pit. We are on lap 9 out of 50. Yep, and usually I have Joe or somebody on here to harass me at this point. Lots going on in the world though right now. Lots of people staying at home, not doing much, so. Alright, oh no, yes, Bowie is in the position to make the move. No, he's just gonna put the pressure on him. I believe Faster definitely felt the pressure off of that one. That was kind of a nice little fake right there. Make Faster think he was gonna go for the inside and then come back and fall back into the Faster line. He's letting Faster know, I'm right here and I'm gonna be going for this very, very soon, so you better watch out. Yes, and now I want to sing the Christmas song. What's wrong with me? Anyway, back to the race at hand. Everyone's still, nope, lap times are actually increasing as this race is going on. Red, the leader, doing 156s. Bowie is the driver setting the current fastest laps of a 155. So, yeah, everyone's still there, slowing down a little bit, I think, trying to really get settled on in for the long haul here. 40 laps still to go. So these drivers still have quite a good drive ahead of them. I'm gonna guess about anywhere from 45 minutes to 1 hour left still. And is Bowie going? Nope. For a second, I thought Bowie was fixing to go for it. He's still just keeping the pressure on him, but if he doesn't go for this move soon... Oh, no, wait a minute. I totally missed that somewhere. Where did I miss Bowie getting around Faster? Bowie is now trying to put the pressure on Allochamps. Tom Brown, how you doing, man? It's good to see you in the chat. Hope you're enjoying the race. So far, we've had a pretty good race. We've had some great battles on track. Bowie, who we are currently on, set himself on pole, managed to get up to about a 4-second lead, and then I believe he made a mistake and fell all the way down to about 5th or 6th, and is climbing his way back up, currently in 3rd. He's really trying to take 2nd from Champs, but I'm just gonna say it. I think he's got his hands full with Champs right there. I don't know if he's gonna be able to get it done. Bowie is very, very quick. He's actually, I'm really hoping he, oh, we got just a little bit of paint rubbing there. Bowie did manage to cut to the inside and actually got around Champs. Bowie's watching the stream and just heard me say there was no way he was going to get that move done. And that's why he just did that. He did it just to show me that he could do it. And I was just fixing to say, I really hope he does not drive this well tomorrow night in the GT3s at Long Beach. So y'all make sure you tune in for that. It's going to be good. Yeah, GT3 cars, Long Beach. It's a night race. Not a whole lot of passing opportunities, but you can do it. You can make it. There's really not a turn on there you can't. Oh yeah, it really is. Yeah, the speeds they're running. See, what is it? We've got Bowie right now. I believe I saw 73 was his lowest speed through the S's. Let's see what he gets up to on this short straight real quick. I believe I believe that was 145, 159, and then hard on the brakes down to about 48. Yeah. So yeah, it really takes lightning fast reactions. Everything is so fast. And I have to go back here, down here to these two though. Napu, some of the drivers are gonna go with 1 stops, and some of the drivers are gonna go with 2 stops. At least so far, that's what they've been going with. We've had a few of the drivers that have been pulling off the 1 stop fantastically. But some of the other drivers, they just, the tires on these cars just drop off a cliff really quick once you get so far into the race. So really, it's just I think just some drivers' setups and ability to deal with the tire loss a lot better than others. I should think everyone is doing soft tires on this race. As we can see, Faster is really trying to get the move on Champs right there, but not quite able to do it. He can reel him back in like he just had him though. He will have himself the perfect opportunity to do this one more time. This is really costing Champs time to Bowie though, trying to keep Faster fended off. Yep, and I left a little cutout for the race feed, hoping that there might be a little bit more action going on down there, and maybe some stuff to help keep y'all a little bit more informed about what was going on in the race, and maybe stuff I wasn't paying attention to. But so far it seems all it wants to do is tell y'all that Snecker invalidated a lap time. Champs made a pit stop, and Bowie made a pit stop, which I believe both of those actually. All of those, I believe, are actually left over from qualifying. I'm not sure. Or unless Bowie pitted earlier. Oh, who was that we had spun out back there? Let's see if we can figure that out. Oh, I believe that was Dr. Fiend, and Dr. Fiend he's slowly making his way back up the field, though. He's currently in 6th. I've got to stay right here. I want to check out the other drivers, but I have to stay right here with Faster and Champs. Right now, they're the drivers that are giving us the show. And yeah, Tom, you were just talking about how everything happens in the blink of an eye. While it looks like these cars actually have a lot of space between them, it's just like you said. That car in the back blinks, and the car in front of him hits his brakes. He's going to be right there in his rear end by the time he gets done blinking. Something like that. Looks like C.O.T.A is managing to get a little bit away from him, get a little bit of a lead. The drivers are starting to spread out a little bit. And since they are, for 14 laps out of the 50, I'm going to go ahead and go all the way down the field. Red 15, who is replacing Sig, who does our community Discord and all of our standings and does an absolute amazing job. And is one of the administrators at GAVRA Racing. So if you're in the community, you know, always make sure you give a huge shout out to the administrators after the race. Give them a big thanks. They do a lot of work keeping all this organized. Y'all really have no idea how much work it is on them to try to keep me in line. So make sure you thank them at the end of the race. I mean, y'all don't want me as a responsibility. But anyway, we've got Red 15 in the lead in first. Bowie in as a replacement in second. He has really fallen. Started out in front, fell down the field, and gone right back up. I really hope he does not do this good in the GT3s tomorrow night. Bowie, I'm not going to commentator curse you tonight. It's on hold. I'm saving it up for tomorrow night. You shall receive my commentator's curse tomorrow night. C.O.T.A is, excuse me, y'all, in third. Faster is in fourth. Faster still not very far behind C.O.T.A. He still can make up that space. It's just a little bit of pushing, but they're far enough into the race where, for me as a driver, this is around the point that I don't like to push too hard, because this is where I usually tend to make mistakes. And this is the E1 group for GAVRA Racing, so this is the best of the best in GAVRA. And they do show it on track. ESR Chef is in fifth. He's got his. Everyone has has theirself in a little bit of a pocket at the moment. Dr. Fiend in sixth. He's trying to make that ground up to Chef. If we should, I believe somewhere the drivers that are going to go for the two pit stop strategy, I believe we will see pit somewhere around lap 20, I'm thinking 18 to 20. Flip in seventh. And yeah, I think we're gonna be on a little bit of a hold on actual battles until we start seeing some drivers come in for new tires and fuel. These cars do burn the fuel with that monster V12. Aguilator's holding on to his 8th place position. He's slowly trying to climb his way back up. Hodgker is in 9th. And as we can see, everyone running about the same pace, except Bowie. Y'all ignore Bowie. Everyone is running about a 156, 157. Actually, the highest time on the track right now is 158. This is a long track. 2-second gap is very impressive for the entire field, actually. Poison PS4 says long time no see. Oh, well, I don't, I have to be honest, I don't know if I remember seeing you on my PS4 or not, but it's great to see you in the chat, though. How are you doing today? I hope you're enjoying the race. See if I can ever actually make it through all these drivers here. We've got Snaker currently 9th. Oh, and we do have a driver already going into the pit. Manic UK in 10th. 11th is Lonnie HLB. Lonnie, I believe, had a little trouble at the start. So did Snaker. Both drivers are extremely fast. And yep, Mike HLB has already gone through the pit. Yeah, it looks like he's gone ahead and taken... Yeah, he's got a full load of fuel, actually. That right there, y'all. We'll, let me get back up here to the top. We'll go back through and, oh, no, wait a minute. This is where I'm going to have to go, right here with Faster and Chef. Faster's finally closing up on Chef after pushing for so long, trying to close this gap. Now he's fallen back out of the 1 second mark. He's trying very hard to catch up to him. Chef had a rough start to this season. But after last week, he really managed to find his groove and get a handle on these Ferraris. And I've just seen in the Ferrari Discord chat that, oh no, not Dr. Fiend. Oh man. And you were having a hell of a pace tonight too. You were running a really good race. I was very much expecting to see you come on back up the field, so at least to somewhere around about 4th. Faster still just cannot quite get the gap closed on Chef. So let's go with back to my, oh, nope. They're gonna keep doing this to me, y'all. Every time I go to take the camera off of them, they're gonna close the gap. So let's just go ahead and we'll check out Faster's fuel level right now. Yeah, Faster's carrying, he still has 32 liters. He could still stay out. I believe Faster definitely could end up on a 1 pit stop strategy. Chef, on the other hand, well, depends on how much fuel he ends up taking. We can see though, he is going to he's going to need to come on in very soon. Oh, he's coming on in now. So even if Faster had actually really pushed extremely hard and managed and risked everything to get by Chef in one of the last couple of laps, it really would have been fruitless. Yes, now we're seeing several drivers come on through the pit and start taking tires. And fuel, yep. Red, 67 liters, and I'm pretty sure he took tires as well. Bowie, 89 liters, and I can pretty much I'd almost guarantee you he took tires. He's going to try to stay out the distance. What will that be? 32 more laps. If he's got the hards on and he can keep his speed up, I think he's got a pretty good chance of doing it. Oh, yep. Looks like he's having a little bit... I think I may be right. I think he may have grabbed the hards and he doesn't have quite the grip that he was used to there. Let's see. Let's check in on Hodgker. Hodgker, yep. Also, we're seeing some very heavy fuel runners. Very heavy on fuel with Lonnie as well. So let's go back up here to our current leader, Allo Champs. He still has quite a bit of fuel. Allo Champs, I believe we will see on the one pit. I believe that's what he did last week and the week before. He's one of them that's got his, he's got it nailed. And and does a really good job of handling the car once the tires fall off a cliff. So I believe, well, he'll still have to pit. We'll see some change up, but like I said, we should still end up seeing one more pit stop to change up the field. And faster also about the same like Allo Champs. Agulator as well. Yeah, we're seeing the difference in the pit stop strategies right here. Flip, about the same. Yeah, so there's our 2 pit strategies basically. We've got a couple of guys right now with more than enough fuel to stay out for quite some time, and we have a lot of drivers that went ahead and pitted and took quite a bit of fuel. Yep, Snaker about the same. He's on about the same pit strategy as the leaders. Chef, he already went in and took fuel. So once everyone else, you see the leaders pit, see him move back up the field, but I don't think we're going to see the leaders pit for at least another, I'm thinking of at least about 8 laps. Right at about the halfway mark. Somewhere about, I believe, lap 25, 26. How's it? Yeah, Hodgker, it looks like he plans to stay the distance. Manic seems to be on the same strategy as the leaders. Lonnie, no reason to think he's not going to try to go the distance. And I have to say, pretty much everyone's car seems to basically be in one piece so far. A huge change up from Long Beach 2 weeks ago. Last week at Watkins Glen was actually a very, very good tight race between all the drivers. So not too bad on damage on that one for everybody. Oh, as we can see, Mike having a little bit of trouble getting a little bit of warmth back into his tires right there. Not always quite as hot as you'd really like them to be when you come out of the pit, but here we are with ESR Chef putting major, is that his, nope, that is not his teammate. So he is definitely going to try to go for this move on Snaker. Snaker's going to take the inside defense. Is Chef going to try to pitch it around the outside? No, he almost did not quite have the grip there to get it done, and Snaker actually did a fantastic job of putting his car exactly where it needed to be. Chef, though, still somehow managing to hold on to that 1 second gap, though. See, as I promised, right after the pit stops, we start seeing the drivers battle it out once again. And get me a little bit more excited, talking more, hopefully get y'all a little bit more excited, talking more. But maybe not. And also farther up, I may have to go check in on these two in just a minute. I believe that was Red and Flip Flip, or either Bowie and Flip Flip. Chef's still trying to get himself in the position to make a move. He is definitely hogging all of Snaker's mirrors. Here they come, very nice through the S's. Chef's still trying to really push the limits of his tires and car right here to close that gap every chance he gets. And yeah, real quick, Red and Flip Flip, how are they doing? Red is within the 1 second of Flip Flip now. Oh, he's getting very, very close. We may see a possible move here anytime. So I think Flip will keep him defended. Or keep himself defended for the moment. Oh, it looks like Red almost had himself in the position to be able to cut back on the inside there, but not quite. Flip managed to hit the gas a little bit sooner than Red, and it cost Red a little bit of that slipstream, though he's still hanging in there just a little bit. And is he? Oh, Red has managed to do a great move right down the inside. Flip is definitely gonna be looking to take this position back. That was an outstanding move from Red 15. Demonstrated fantastic control of this car. We can see he locked the back tire up. Got a little bit of lock-up smoke going on. Got his rear to rotate just the way he wanted it to. Got it pointed the right direction. Hit the gas, and he was off. Just stole the inside corner from Flip. That was really was a great move. Flip still very close behind him. I've got to check in on. Yep, here we go. Snaker and ESR. Snaker still. Oh no, that means ESR got around Snaker when we weren't looking, and now Snaker is trying to catch back up to ESR. So there we go. These guys are really starting to change up a little bit of positions here. Oh, and Snaker goes a little bit wide. That's really going to hurt him. He needed to stay right up behind him to stay in that slipstream, or so he could get in the slipstream down this straight. Yes, they are on the front straight. He really needed to be able to stay right up behind him in that slipstream to make the best use of the power of the car and get in a good position to make a move. But don't y'all worry, he is, yep, there he is. You see he's floating right in and out of that 1 second mark. He's only getting up to about 1.1, 1.2 seconds. So he's not really outside of distance of actually being able to make a move. This also halfway through the race. You really want that position. You have to be very careful. Oh, as we saw, Snaker got just a little bit squirrely there. As I was fixing to say, you have to be very careful not to push your car just a little too hard or harder than what it actually can do. I am very, very guilty about doing that. I'm always looking for just that little bit. And it's always that little bit that spins me around. These two still not letting each other go. Allo Champs with a 11-second lead at the moment. And Faster with a 10-second lead over Agulator. Agulator has a 5-second lead over Red. Red has a 4-second lead over Flip. Flip has a 35-second lead over ESR Chef with only 2 seconds over Snaker. Snaker with 26 seconds on Hodgker. Hodgker with 14 seconds on Manic UK. Bowie with 3 seconds on Manic. And Lonnie is... yeah, Lonnie and Mike HLB just had a really bad start. They are about a minute and a half behind Bowie at this point. Let's go down there and see what their fuel strategy's looking like. They're looking good on fuel strategy. I believe they could definitely make up some positions here. I mean, both drivers have the talent. But Mike HLB getting out of the way of a front marker there. Yeah, they have the talent. It's we'll just have to see if their pit strategy works out in their favor or not. I hope it does. As yet we have Manic he's gonna come on through the pit. Yeah, he's gonna go for a 2-pit stop strategy, I believe. So Hopefully should make up some good spots coming through there. He is just about, we can see where he is on fuel. And Bowie? Oh, hell. I was fixing to say, why in the world is Bowie coming through the pit? I believe it is very evident as to why Bowie is coming through the pit. He really tore his car up somewhere there. I am actually glad that we missed that. Sometimes it hurts me to watch these drivers crash, because I know they all put a lot of work into these races. Allo Champs now, wow, Allo Champs with almost a 10-second lead off of Faster. We can see Allo Champ's fuel level, though. He will be needing to pit before long. Definitely to the single pit right here for Allo Champs. Faster also gonna be the same. Agulator, all the same. We're seeing all these guys running the exact same fuel level basically. So depending on, let's see, Red 20 seconds behind. I believe this is once these other drivers, how is Agulator? Yes. I believe once Allo Champs, Faster, and Agulator pit, this will promote Red into first. I could be wrong, but this is the way it's looking to me at the moment. And whether Red has enough fuel to go the whole distance, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Got 26 laps left. Flip also, he'll be coming in very, very soon. So that will actually alleviate Red of some of the pressure of Flip. Chef, how is Chef? Chef's still set on fuel. I'm really iffy on whether or not he'll have enough fuel to go to the end, though. I'm thinking we may see him stop one more time and take fresh tires, though. But we may not. We might not. This is really going to be some close calls between some of these drivers. Snaker, how is Snaker? Yeah, Snaker, we're gonna see him come through very soon. Yes, as well. And Medic UK, looks like if he goes ahead and takes, yep, he's taking fuel. He will be out for the distance, and depending on how long it takes the other drivers to catch some fuel, he could stand to make up some really good time. I believe Lonnie and Mike HLB both. All these guys, drivers at the back of the pack, will really have a great chance to make up some good time once the leaders start going into the pit here. And it looks like, yes, Red and Agulator are going to be our closest battle, though. As we can tell, this really is not a battle. Agulator only has 4 liters of fuel. We see Red has 40. So Red only needs to keep up with Agulator. He doesn't need to try to push very hard. He just needs to keep running. He's 155s constant, just like he's been doing. And he's going to have that third. And then definitely, yeah, there's Allo Champs and Faster going through the pit. And yep, keep it on the track, Red 15. This is should put you right on up there. Yeah, this will very easily give him the first place, and should set him with a nice little gap. Just gonna have to see how this plays out here to see what kind of gap we end up with. Let's see, where's Flip's coming in. Where is Chef? Chef is trying to come back around to the pits. He's right there. Chef could find himself in second position here. I don't believe any of the cars are moving yet. No, we do have one car moving. It's one that's a lap down. I believe Allo Champs is moving. Yep, half the cars in the pit are coming out. Nope. Oh, such a bad pit exit place. That was definitely, in my opinion, not on the driver. That is just a really bad Americanized pit exit. We love to make really bad pit exits, like Long Beach. Just another great example of a terrible American pit exit. But that does put Chef in second. Alochamps, yep, he already pitted, so Alochamps, I believe, is definitely going to hold on to his third. I believe we're going to see everyone hold on to that. And I'm going to, real quick, who am I going to leave y'all with? Because I've got to get me a quick swallow of Kool-Aid here. And Bowie is in the chat, and so I will look and see what everybody else is in the chat saying as well. I believe Faster and Snaker are the best drivers to leave y'all on for just this minute. Oh, when I try to shut up, this is what I get for trying to shut up. Faster's going for the move down the inside and manages to make it stick somehow around Snaker. I did not see that move coming at all until right there at the very end. That was a great move. How much fuel does... Okay, there we go. Snaker knows this is just a fruitless battle. He has to come in and pit. Yeah, he's got 1.6 liters. He has no choice. It was... I believe, actually, while I was getting all excited and thought we were seeing a fantastic pass there, y'all, I was just a big dummy and didn't look at the fuel levels and realized that Snaker let him by because he had to pit. So I will leave y'all with... Hold on. How's your fuel? Flip, your fuel looks good. Okay. We are going to leave y'all for just about 30 seconds on with Flip closing in on Hodgker. Yep, they're far enough apart for me to get a swallow of something to drink. So y'all excuse me for 1 second. Oh, Bowie, that's terrible. Yeah, these cars literally have no grip whatsoever on the ass end once you lose that wing, man. You need to fire your pit crew as well. Actually, no. Bring this pit crew with you to tomorrow night. I'm really convinced that if you give them a second shot tomorrow night in the GT3 race at Long Beach, which everybody should make sure you tune in and watch, they'll do a much better job tomorrow night for you. Maybe only mess your pit stop up only one time instead of two. And yeah, if y'all can't tell, banter between drivers in GAVRA Racing it gets better every week. It's been turning into great fun. And Joanna, I am so happy to see you in the chat. I know you will talk to me. Everyone else has been fairly quiet. Tom talked to me a little bit. Duke Martin a little bit. Pete said hey. You know how Pete is. Bowie, well, we don't count Bowie. But looking up here, up the track, oh, we've got Faster, or no, I'm sorry, y'all. Who am I looking at? Alochamps. Alochamps is trying to get the move done on ESR Chef. He's going to have a really tough time. This is going to be a great battle right here between these two. We've got Hodgker and Flip in 6th and 7 trying to get close enough, but I don't think they're quite there yet. Snaker has picked up a penalty. And where are we at? Lap 30? No, I'm going to keep on waiting before I'm not going to curse myself just yet and start loading their names into the... Oh, is they're going side by side? Oh, I'm sorry, Joanna. That's okay, though. I still know you're here watching, and that's enough. Oh. ESR just not quite able to get around him there. Alachamp's holding on to that position. Snaker's back in the pit. He had plenty of fuel, I thought. He may have had a little bit of trouble. And we can see Mike is Mike is also back into the pit. He may have had a little bit of trouble as well. Lonnie as well. But we are running on 2 times time acceleration. The drivers will not race to dark, but they will race right to the edge of sunset. So the track will be cooling off a little bit as the race goes on, and I'm thinking since we're on lap 29 of the 50, it should be getting about time for the track to be cooling off. Chef's still not letting Alochamps go. I've got a real quick check in on a Flip and Hodgker. Yeah, they actually have a little bit of a gap. We're going to have to stay right here with these two. This battle for second and third. As soon as I took the camera off of them, ESR lost a little bit of time. But they, looking in the background though, they need to be very, very careful. They have Faster closing in very quick. Doing a fantastic job, made his way up into 4th. We can see in the background, Flip still trying to close up on Hodgker. Let's check him out real fast. I don't want to leave Alochamps and Chef alone too long, though. You know how it is. You can't leave them unsupervised for very long. Flip is really trying to close this gap on Hodgker. It appears Flip may be one of the only cars not carrying anybody else's paint job at the moment. That does not necessarily mean bad driving, it just means some good friendly racing. I don't mind wearing a little bit of somebody else's paint. Might make my car look better. You're just wanting to share. You like your paint job, you want to share, you know. But we've got to go back up here to Faster. No, he's still not quite in the position. They're going to keep me jumping back and forth between these two. Hodgker, Flip, and Faster and Chef. These are our current battles. And if they ever give me just a second, we'll go back through and look at everybody's fuel and everything and see if anyone is going to have to pit again. Though I think we are going to see a few drivers have to pit one more time. 20 laps left out of the 50. They've got 30 laps down. Still 11 drivers on track. I believe we lost 2 or 3 of them actually from disconnects, which was very unfortunate, but I associate a disconnect with kind of like showing up to the racetrack and you don't know why. Your car started before you left the house, and when you put it on the trailer, now that you got it at the track, you get it off the trailer, it don't want to crank. It sucks. It really sucks. But it does happen, unfortunately. Flip still trying to go. Flip is managing to close that gap on Hodgker. These 4 drivers are going to keep me very, very busy here. Got to check back in on Chef and Faster. Nope. We've got a smaller gap right back here with Hodgker and Flip Flip. Flip Flip is really just about in the position to make the move. It looked like Hodgker got on the gas just a little bit faster on the corner exit than Flip Flip there. Got a back marker being very respectful on track and letting the front runners go on by. That was actually a really good spot on the track to be able to do that, since everybody had to slow on down anyway. Didn't really cost the back marker much time. It does cost us a little time. I say us because I'm always a back marker. It costs us a little time when we let the front runners by, but usually it's not too bad. It looked like he picked a very good spot to let the front runners go on by in. He was just able to put it on the outside. Turn 1 is really wide, so it worked out very well. Flip Flip still not quite able to get up on top of Hodgker. And as we can see, as the signals keep going off on the screen, Chef is in and out of the 1 second range of faster. But it looks like here in the back we may have a potential getting started between Manic UK and Snaker. Both drivers very, very fast. I keep catching myself wanting to say, how has this driver ended up so far down the field? And then I keep remembering, this is GAVRA Racing's E1 top tier league. There is not a slow driver among the lot, so even the guys in the back are extremely out of my class. I believe, Snaker's going back through the pit. Does it look like he's got plenty of fuel? Don't see damage. Tires, perhaps, or maybe he got a. Could he have possibly got a drive-through? No, it looks like he's gonna pull over and stop. Oh, he may have tried to take tires earlier, and his pit crew also denied him tires. It'd be very, very unfortunately. Yeah, if you have your tires set to recommended, the pit crew makes up their own mind as to when to give you tires. So you have to set it to change them, or they just won't until your tires are gone. Alright, so let's see here. Who are our, so far still, Hodgker and Flip Flip. Looks like Flip Flip did manage to get the move done on Hodgker. Hodgker is still trying to reel him back in, though. And while the drivers have themselves spread back out just a little bit more, and we only have 18 laps left, in just a second I'm going to go back up to the top and go back through the rundown, because I'm looking up there and I'm seeing Red 15 with a massive 31 second lead. Now, it should be noted, I have not looked at his fuel levels. I don't know if he's going to have to pit again. I assume he plans on staying out the distance, but we all know how assumptions go, and I am that guy. So, y'all give me 1 second and I'll go through the rundown. Alright, so let's see if I can... Yep, there we go. It's been so long since I actually had to work a camera. We've got, like I said, Red 15 in the lead with a massive 32-second gap. And yeah, I see that right there. Faster is closing in on Allo Champs. Oh, no, Red's going to have to pit. He is going to have to pit. It's late enough in the race, I no longer want to call out what fuel levels they're running, because some drivers do listen. And I'm sure y'all can see on the screen how much fuel he has and what's going to have to happen. And let's check in on Alochamps, currently in second. Yep, we can see his fuel level as well. He is receiving massive pressure from Faster at the moment. These two are in it. They're locked in Mortal Kombat. We can we go ahead and say it. Neither one of these two have to pit. This is definitely, it's a very, very long pit lane, and I believe that's where Red is going to lose his gap. If he keeps doing really good, though, I have very, very high hopes he can get back out of pit lane, either right in front of Chef or right behind Chef. But I believe he's going to be right there on top of Chef, maybe even Agulator. Agulator is 46 seconds behind. That's why I'm really leaning more towards Chef with a 40-second gap. These two not letting each other go. Yeah, these two are definitely, they're going to be fighting for first and second here very, very shortly, whether they realize it or not, which is only going to increase the pressure. It's going to make Faster want around Alochamps even more, and it's going to make Alochamps want to defend even more. And do I dare risk going down through the rest of the field? I really want to, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I really need to stay right here. Yeah, I'm staying right here. Faster is definitely trying to get this done on Alochamps. Hang with him here, see if he can get the move done. He is right there on top of him. He's taking up all his mirrors, letting him know he's there, letting him know he wants this move, he wants that position. So far, Alochamp's doing a fantastic job of putting him in denial, or denying him, however you want to say it. See, walking and chewing gum, not my strong point. And if I'm starting to get just a little bit quiet, I am starting. It's close enough to the end for me to start going ahead and getting the podium position ready. And real quick, just to remind everybody who you have to vote for drivers of the day, you have Manic UK, Solo Solita, who we unfortunately lost very early in the race, Flip Flip, and Snaker. So those are your 4 choices. Please keep an eye out on looking for them. I think, where is Snaker at the moment? Oh, I believe we may have lost Snaker. So we have lost Solo, we have lost Snaker, we still have Manic and Flip Flip. And Flip Flip is in 5th, Manic is in 8th. That's a hard choice for me. I don't know. I kind of want to lean towards Manic. He's had a little bit of trouble. He's managed to make a decent recovery, put himself back up into 8th place. As far as I always say, and for me anyway, I know some drivers have a different saying, but for me, top 10 is a win. And we'll go ahead and get that off of there and go ahead and give y'all the map and speedo back, and I am going to continue getting this podium together. Yeah, because I believe we're going to end up seeing, yeah, Alochamps in first, Red in second, and I need to check on Faster's fuel level, though I believe he is fairly set. On fuel. So let's check in on him real quick. Yeah, no, we won't see Faster come in. Faster's 2 seconds behind. Agulator, we could definitely see a very strong battle for 3rd and 4th. Champ somehow managed to really get a good run on Red 15. Was that in Agulator? Yeah, Agulator and Faster are battling it out for 3rd. And of course we'll still have to pick driver of the day, but I have a feeling well, they're probably gonna end up going with either Flip. Well, it has to be Flip or Manic. But, I don't know. I'm voting for Manic, personally. I know a bunch of y'all will probably vote for Flip too, though. Alright, so where are we? We are down to 13 laps left. And yes, once again, y'all make sure you tune in tomorrow night for the GT3s at Long Beach. It's a night race. If y'all haven't noticed, it will be on Friday the 13th. So, hopefully, it will be a very good race. I always enjoy Friday the 13th. I believe one of the drivers is actually in New Zealand. So he gets to skip the whole thing. It'll be Saturday morning, the 14th for him, so he gets around all the bad luck. The lucky bastard. And let's see, so far, no, we have no close battles. Everyone has managed to run off and leave each other a little bit, so I'm going to go up here to Champs. Let's see if Champs doesn't mind us if we scooch him over just a little bit. You know, Champs, just scooch over just a little bit. Allow me and the viewers. We're going to jump in your cockpit for a minute and see how you go around this track. I believe I saw right there at about 150 before he got on the brakes really hard down through there. This is what I really want to see right here. Exactly what kind of speed these drivers get up to down this back straight. It is the longest straight on COTA. Other than that, most of it is highly technical turns. And I believe I saw about 155. These cars, they really get up to the speed quick, up to 106. Down to 45. Yeah, as you can see right there, doing right at 103 miles an hour coming into that turn. 48 mile an hour on the exit, drills the gas right back up to 100. Oh, 120, 30, 140 miles an hour on corner exit. Yeah, yes, Champs has really figured out how to get some massive grip into these tires and on this car. Oh, and Red has picked up a penalty. Oh no, that is not good. We're gonna let Alochamps go around this last turn, and then we're gonna jump back out of his car. We should have really jumped out at the pit stop, or when he went by the pit, y'all. So we'll just have to hike it back up there. And let me check in on Red here. And let's see. I'm gonna be risky here. See if I figure this out. Okay, only a 2-second. Okay, that's not bad. No, we don't want to leave. Okay, there we go. Yeah, could have been very, very bad. Walking, chewing gum, using a controller, running the stream, talking about drivers. See? It had me at walking and chewing gum. I just completely forgot about drivers. But anyway, thanks everyone who has tuned in to watch the show. It is appreciated. Drivers now down to the last 11 laps to go. Hopefully we will see a really good battle right here at the end. And I see Red has that 2-second penalty, but he is trying to close in on Alochamps. He'll need to get a minimum of 2 seconds in front of him, though. Gonna be very, very hard to do. Unless we see something very, very dramatic. I believe we are about locked in. As I say that, though, I was gonna say we're about locked in, I think, for these last 10 laps. But as I say it, Red 15 has now closed the gap down to 1.7 seconds from Alochamps. This could end up being very interesting. I really did not think Red 15 would catch up to Alochamps that quick. I thought he could catch up to him by the end of the race, but I really did not think he would be able to catch up to him and possibly get 2 seconds in front of him. Well, he hasn't done it yet. He's down to 1.3 behind him. This gap is closing. Excuse me 1 second, y'all. Alright, yeah, the gap is closing very, very quickly. He's down to 1.2 seconds now, yet right there at the 1 second mark. Which means these drivers could end up keeping me on my toes right here at the end to see who is going to be in what spot. This is definitely going to end up very interesting for me. Hopefully you all, the viewers, as well. We all love a last-minute battle, and yep, 10 laps left, and Red is right on Alochamps's back tires. Only 9/10 off now. It looks like a big gap. These cars are traveling. You can see right there, 120-something miles an hour. That gap is as fast as a blink of an eye, as Tom pointed out earlier in the chat. Yet once again, y'all, if you have not gone to the website, make sure you go to the website, gavraracing.altavista.org. Check it out. Gavra has loads of information on there. All the current standings, past season standings, all the drivers' stats, track records from the start of Gavra Racing. There is literally so much information on there. It would take you... I haven't found the bottom of it yet. I get on there all the time for information. It's going to be a very close finish, Pete. I don't know if you heard me say it or not. The Red does have a 2-second penalty. And Alochamps has none, so he's going to have to... He not only has to get around Alochamps, he's got to get a minimum of just over 2 seconds in front of him. And Alochamps so far... These last 2 laps, he's done a really good job at holding him off, but it's going to be really tight. and I am sitting in one of those metal fold-out picnic chairs. It is highly uncomfortable. The drivers have got me sitting right on the very edge of it, so I've got this nice little bitty lip of a metal chair just cutting into my butt. Very uncomfortable, but I have to say, this battle is gonna be worth it. So yes, you drivers are being a pain in my ass, and I love it. Yeah, he's got a 2-second, he has a 2-second penalty. So it's gonna be really close, but he's got the laps to do it. 9 laps. And the way he's right there on top of him. Oh, is he's gonna get it down the inside? He did. That was a very nice move. It looks like he just really put the pressure on Aloe Champs right there. Now he's just got to get the move done. He's got the move done. He's got to make up some time. He's got to make up 1.3 seconds. Will put him at a tie. He really needs a 2.5 second just to play it safe lead. He's already got it up to the second. We got 8 laps left. Oh, this is gonna be so close. I really did not expect Red to catch Aloe Champs. I thought Aloe Champs had it for sure. That's why I went ahead. I made up the podium, and that's what happens. I make up. That's what it is, Pete. Every time I make up the podium in plenty of time, so that I'm not rushed right there at the very end. They have a massive battle right here at the end. So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing on my end and see if I can't keep I don't know, somehow creating some good races right here, some good battles here at the end. But I mean, it really is. It's every time. Yep, he's got it up to 1.5, 8 laps. Yeah, he's got the time. He's steady increasing that gap. Aloe Champs could still reel him back in and take that first position back from him, but man, it's gonna be really close. But I agree, it is definitely doable. And we lost, real quick, one more time while we still have time to do it. We lost some of our drivers that I had for driver of the day, but these are the 4 choices that I had put up for them. Manic UK, Solo Salida, Flip Flip, and Snaker, but we have lost Solo Salida and Snaker, so it really just comes down to Flip Flip and Manic UK. Flip Flip's had a hell of a race. Manic has also had a hell of a race. If you didn't catch the first of it, Manic had a lot of trouble at the first of the race. I believe he actually ended up having to pit 2 or 3 times, but has still managed to come back up and put himself into 8th place. So he's been doing really good. And that's who I'm gonna vote for. Agulator has done really well, but he's sitting in 3rd. He's sitting on the podium, so I can't vote for him for driver of the day. 7 laps left. Yeah, Red has increased that gap to 2.2, 2.3, 2.4. Natty G, how you doing, man? It's good to see you in the chat. You missed out on the last second battle here. Pete will tell you it was really, really good. Red 15 and Aloe Champs just were really slugging it out. I personally didn't think Red could catch Aloe Champs, and he made me put my foot in my mouth. And ended up catching Aloe Champs and has put himself in 1st, despite a 2-second penalty that he has. So as long as, oh, there it is, falling right back. Alichamps is closing in. He's got it back down. No, it's going back up. If Alichamps can just get it under that 2-second mark, and he's so close. He's got it at 2.3, 2.1. There it is at 2, 2.1. It's going to come down to the line with these two. I mean, I think it is literally going to come down to the their time difference when they actually cross the line, because we can see Alichamps is, he's not giving up. He's really trying to close that gap. And let me go back ahead real quick. Let me pop that map and speedo back up there real quick. Let's see, we see Red's carrying 30 liters. How much fuel is Alichamps? 24. Alichamps is a little bit lighter on fuel, but we really have no idea what kind of tires these drivers are running at the moment. I'm fairly certain we only saw Alichamps come in for one pit stop. So I'm thinking he's going to be on the hard compounds. Red, I believe we did actually see pit twice. So I'm pretty positive he's running the softs. Oh yeah, he's got his gap back up to 3 seconds again now. These drivers really are going to keep it right down to the edge. They really are not gonna, they're not gonna give it, let me have an easy time at the end of this race whatsoever. Believe though, yeah, Red now is, he's sealed himself in. Unless he has a massive mistake with these last 5 laps, he definitely has the first position. And let me get this back over here. So yeah, still currently 5 laps left. We have Red in first, and I believe he is definitely going to hold it. Alichamps, a fantastic second. He's had one hell of a race so far. And I see no reason why he's not going to hold on to that position either, along with Agulator in third. Agulator, I don't know. It's a 7-second gap. Anything can happen right here at the end of the race, but I feel very confident we're going to see it, that Agulator has himself sealed in to third. We currently have Faster in fourth. Flip running fifth. There he is. What is it with this blue sign? Thank you so much, Pete. I really appreciate it. Let's see. In sixth, we have Chef. Chef is one of those, he's been up and down the field. I really expected Chef to take this one home for the win. He was in first for quite a while there, and I believe he ended up having to do 2 pit stops, which I think was what put him to where he was. Yes, I believe so, Bax. Lon should be Lonnie. I'm fixing to be right down there. We have Hodgker in 7th. Manic UK is holding on to 8th. And yep, Lonnie HLB is running 9th. He had a bad start, Max. Him and a couple of the drivers had a little bit of a bad start. I couldn't see in the background any major issues. I believe a lot of it may have just been the nature of this track. Yep. Oh, and Mike HLB he's got wide again. Oh, it's very unfortunate. He's been doing a great job this race, and he's really fast. I'm not looking forward to competing against him tomorrow night in the GT3s. And Bowie, I still have my commentator's curse in my pocket. I'm saving it up for tomorrow. Of course, you know me. I'm that guy with that kind of luck, so my commentator's curse will most likely fall on me. But yeah, real quick, everybody, 4 laps left. I hope everyone has enjoyed the race. The drivers have put on a fantastic show. I really did not expect Red. Yes, Red does have a penalty. He has a 2-second penalty. Shortly before you got on here, he was 3 seconds behind at lap 40. He was 3 seconds behind Allo Champs. Out of freaking nowhere, caught up to Allo Champs, with me steady saying, this is not going to happen. He cannot do it. The time is not there. He does not have the pace. He caught up to him, and then he got by him. And I said, he can't do it. He doesn't have the pace. There's not enough time on the clock left. He can't get 2 seconds in front of Allo Champs. And here he is sitting with 5 seconds in front of Allo Champs. Something tells me Red 15 is listening to the stream and told me I could kiss his, and pulled out some hellacious laps right there. But yeah, they had one hell of a battle right there at the end. It was absolutely fantastic. 3 laps left to go. We've been up here with Red for quite a while. Y'all know me, I like to spend some time with all the drivers because all the drivers do a fantastic job. I'm going to leave Mike alone. We will sit here. We're going to give Lonnie a little bit more camera time on these last few laps. His car's a little beat up, but he's been having a pretty good race. He's been running a very, very constant 155, which has been the average lap time from first all the way down to the bottom for all the drivers throughout the race. So really good pace throughout the race. Manic UK also, he's had some really good paces. This last lap he did have a little bit of trouble. Like I said, I do have, no, not Manic. Manic I don't have to compete against tomorrow night. I have competed against Manic before, and he is quite quick, very talented. Of course, that's why he is in this E1 series in GAVRA Racing. And once again, I always want to say, wow, how are we seeing this driver down here at the back of the field? And once again, I always have to remind myself, this is the E1. This is the top tier of GAVRA Racing. There is not a bad driver in the lot. Even the guys in the back are running very, very fast. You can see right there. Let's go right here. Here's a great example. Lonnie currently running a 155.12. Red is in first, running a 156.6. Not a lot of difference on lap times with these drivers. With some of these drivers right here, it really just comes down to nerves and who can bluff better than the other driver. Let's see, and yep, we talked about Manic for just another second. Let's go up here to Hodgker. Hodgker also, I believe he had a little bit of trouble, but he's been having a really good race. His pace still right there on par, is just like he's been running the whole race. And I'm keeping an eye on the laps. I know we'll have to, Red I believe is going to be on about, yep, he's on lap 48. He still has 2 laps left to go. But yeah, I must say this has been a great race from all these drivers. And yeah, I really did. I expected Allo Champs to take it home for the win. I'm gutted that Solo Solita got disconnected very early on. I was really rooting. That was the #1 driver I was rooting for tonight. And sorry, Solo, that could be actually why you got the disconnect. So I don't know, Bowie. Maybe I don't still have my commentator's curse in my pocket. It may have fell out and hit Solo. I hope not. I hope not. But yeah, he that was the one that was going to get my driver of the day vote, was Solo Solita. And then we also lost Guri. We lost a few drivers from the disconnects tonight. Or actually, I believe Guri found himself in a very just bad position. We had a little pile up in turn 1, and he actually ended up upside down. So there wasn't a whole lot for him to do. Red is getting close to his last lap. I tell you what, I am very much amazed at the pace he has shown tonight. He has really gone out there and just not really blew everybody away, but I mean, just out of nowhere, he made up. Last 10 laps of the race, he made up 7 seconds. Which I know, you buckle down, you drive your race about 75, 80% of what you got. You keep that little bit in the hole for when you need it. And apparently, Red did exactly that. He had that little bit in the hole for when he needed it. He pulled it out, got the 2 seconds caught up, and now almost a 6-second lead, which also, really all the other drivers really just need to keep it nice and safe, and everybody will end up locked in right where they are, I believe. As Red has started the last lap of the race. Yeah, Pete, I agree. Red he has really brought it home. He has done a fantastic job. I'm really glad I didn't make one of my famous I'll eat my sock bets about whether or not he was going to catch Aloe Champs, because I would definitely be eating a sock. Yeah, once again, all the notifications are turned off on my phone, but yet PlayStation still insists on them going off. Volume's all the way down, notifications turned off, and you hear it just steady going off. And we've got Red 15. Looks like nope, not quite around to the last yet. Where's he at? Looking on the track, he's got 2 more turns left. And there is our winner, Red 15, fixing to come across the line. That is a magnificent win. Oh, he's giving us a little swerve. He is damn happy. There's the flash. He knows where the cameras are. You know Red is thrilled right now. He really does have to be. Probably not, Pete. I think during break week next week, I'll start getting with everybody and we'll get it all figured out and some stuff situated. But yeah, Red has definitely got to be very, very pleased with himself. Aloe Champs coming across the line. All these drivers they're going to give us a little bit of a show. I want to try to catch the rest of the drivers coming across the line if I can. Here comes Agulator. And Faster should be right, but there's Faster coming across the line. Flip right behind him. You can see a lot of these drivers not very far apart, even through 50 laps. Chef only 2 turns left. He really is not very far behind either. Let's go back up here and see if any of these guys are. Oh, there's Agulator going to give us a little donuts. We're getting a little bit of post-race fun here. Oh, it looks like one of them. Oh yeah, they're having a lot of fun here. Let's see if we can catch Chef coming across the line. There we are with Chef coming across the line in 6th. Hodgker, I think we still got time for you to get across the line before the timer runs out as well. I hope we do. Yeah, we'll get Hodgker on across the line. Hopefully we can get all the drivers across the line before the timer runs out. Fantastic race from Hodgker. And well, the race is already over for everyone else. And y'all, that was good. That was really good right there, especially right there at the end. And we have ended up with Red 15 in first, Allochamp second, Agulator third, Faster in fourth, Flip fifth, sixth was ESR Chef, seventh was Hodgker, eighth was Manic UK, ninth Lonnie HLB, 10th Mike HLB, 11th Snaker, and those were all the drivers that actually made it to the end. And we didn't really get many votes in the chat for the driver of the day, so I decided I wanted to give it to Manic UK. He had a good race, went down towards the back and ended up making his way back up the field pretty good. He ended up finishing in ninth. But I have to say the one that literally just blew me away tonight is Red 15. I mean, that was just incredible with the pace he had right there at the end. It really was. I did not expect him to get around Allochamps whatsoever. And Agulator did a great job holding on to his third place position as well. I really thought for a little while we would see him move up into third. But he did have Faster. Faster really wasn't all that far behind him. I believe he finished only about 4 or 5 seconds behind him. So if Agulator had slacked off just a little bit, he'd have been overtaken by Faster, and it would have lost him the position. So I think that just the good smooth laps he was running was definitely the way to go. Y'all, if you haven't done it, make sure you check out yesterday's G.A.V.R.A Evolution race. Those guys have been driving their asses off. They've been making some incredibly tight races. It's been a really tight grid, and it's been great. I have to say. I mean, just really, really good battles. Y'all just watch the Ferrari. You know how good the battles are on here. And tomorrow night we will have the GT3s at Long Beach, like the G.A.V.R.A was last night for a night race at Long Beach. And yes, GT3s are some really big cars, and Long Beach is going to be tight. But have no fear, there is not a turn on that track that you cannot go too wide through. Though some of us drivers would suggest not trying to on some of them, but most likely some of us will anyway. Me guilty. And if you haven't gone to the website, because I keep saying it, go to the website, check it out, gavraracing.altavista.org. Tons of information on there, along with a link to the Discord channel, which our man Sig made and maintains for us. And he does a fantastic job at keeping it up to date and all the rolls going and keeping us up to date on all the standings and information and everything going on the league and everything, on top of all the information on the website. And there is also, once again, a link to the Patreon site if you wish to become a Patreon supporter. And I guess from me, that is pretty much all. Thank you all very, very much. Oh, I agree, Bax. The GT3 it's going to be good at Long Beach. It's going to be a really good race. But now that I forgot what I was saying, yeah, for me, thank everyone so much for tuning in and watching the race. The drivers really did race their asses off tonight. And a huge thanks also goes out to the administrators at GAVRA Racing and Gavranovic himself. And I have been Jukebox. I was your commentator for the evening. Please tune in tomorrow night for Cypher Night. and Dutch Muso for the GT3s. They do a fantastic job. And now I'm going to leave y'all with you have a short slideshow to go over all the standings for the Ginetta, the Ferrari, and the GT3. It'll cover individual points for the first leg and the team points, and then from there it'll just go on out to the regular outro. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and hope you enjoyed the race. Good night.